Off we go on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Number 29.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that one too wide and incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. Opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Jackson, work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. It's nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Running left, it's Henry. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play, back at the 44.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Here comes third and about a foot. Back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll set up a throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
The ball carried by number 29. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Now 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Second down and 6 now. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Complete to Tyreek Hill.
Now back to throw. Pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carried from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. Second down coming up. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Jackson. He dumps it off for Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
first down carry for Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. On play action, they'll throw. And as he throws and the ball is out, it's a live football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And This is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. For a momentum swing. You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Miami set to take over. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll drop to throw. Out route to Hill, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Love when the playbook comes to life and the execution is there. Man coverage on the outside. And if you like the matchup and you feel like your receiver can get the position he needs, you just throw it up there and let him do his thing. We see this a lot now with back shoulder routes and things like that. And this is a nice job to go up and get it. And they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Thirty-eight-yard line, 2nd and 9. Big gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They'll run it again with Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now it's Jackson. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
They run over center with Mitchell.
Gets around him. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on 1st down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. On 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
3rd and 12.
They'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
At the 2-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jackson back into his end zone. Steps away to his left. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Jackson now.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The Ravens hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Running from the gun with Henry. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jackson.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Jackson.
On target to his man, Likely.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
No hesitation, goes right back to Likely.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Inside handoff, Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Here's Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll drop to throw. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 3. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They begin with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Jackson. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
second down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. They're going to look to throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Back to throw here.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Second down and 8.
They'll look to throw here.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down.
And this one is right through. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
Finds his man over the middle. It's likely.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the visiting Steelers who were able to walk away with the road victory. The Steelers get back to 500 at 2-2 with the victory. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. C.J. Stroud leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting Cleveland Browns. Brock Purdy sharp in the victory as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Dancing to his left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go play action now. Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Mitchell, touchdown, Baltimore.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Point after try forthcoming. Up to 5. That time a 6-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Back to throw. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On now the Miami field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Baltimore gets set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this throw caught left side. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A give here to Mitchell.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And this is caught inside the 5. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
Complete to Likely.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Henry up the middle. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Watch out for Hill on the return.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Back to throw now on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Now 2nd and 5.
Play action. Now Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. To throw is Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
He's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. Now a 2nd and 6. Flowers going to go in motion right.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
For an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, You should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Jackson.
And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Dolphins offense returning to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up a throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
3rd and 19.
They'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now they'll run on the draw.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 6.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Now back to throw. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Zay Flowers and the Raven offense back onto the field.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Ravens on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side. From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line.
This This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. A handoff, running left, Henry. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll drop to throw. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Finding room at midfield. Down the left sideline. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown, but he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff running through the middle. After the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 4 yards remain on 2nd down, ball on the 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a give up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, He recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Ravens ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely.
They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
Now it's Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry.
Yeah, the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They run over center with Mitchell. Gets past one man.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Again to Henry.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll take this down to the 33.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll run it again with Henry. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Here comes 2nd down.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Back to throw again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Ravens, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.